Batch Audit Training by the AMC Auditing Team. It is recommended that you have a blank batch audit form and a batch in front of you to reference as you watch this training video. Batch Audit Forms. Blank batch audit forms can be found in the Audit Tracking Spreadsheets and Directions folder of box.com. If for some reason you don't have access to this folder, please let us know. You can use either the Excel version, which will calculate points and scores for you, or the PDF version that you will print out and fill in and then scan into your computer to upload. If you opt to use the Excel version, please make sure that you have an electronic signature to sign your audits with. It is very important that all of your audits be signed and dated. You are held responsible for researching and addressing all findings of a batch audit, and the signature and date acknowledges that. Pulling your batch from box.com. Access the property folder on box.com, locate the year and month of the batch you are going to audit, and then find the batch number. You can either download and print out your batch or view it online. Getting started. At the beginning of each month, you will receive an email with the batch audit tracking spreadsheet. Listed on the spreadsheet will be all properties and batch numbers. Only the properties and batches highlighted with a Y next to them need to be audited. Fill out the top of your audit form with the property name, batch number, and RPM name. If you are auditing a housing batch, you can skip steps 2, 3, and 8. For housing batches, change the points possible on these steps to 0 and give 0 points. Also, be sure you have the HAP detail or disbursement list from the housing agency. If the batch you are auditing is a correction or reconciliation batch, you must audit the correction and the original batch together. The points earned cannot be less than 0. If there are 5 points possible and the property loses 7 points, give them a 0. Do not give negative points. Step 1. Total deposit amounts. Enter the totals from both the deposit confirmation from the bank and the bank deposit detail from AIM. If for any reason these totals do not match, deduct 10 points. Explain in the space provided why they do not match. The accounting team goes through each and every deposit made company-wide, and it is imperative that these totals match or that a correction batch has been created. Step 1, Part 2. Total number of payments. There are no points given or lost for this part because they so often do not match. A common reason for these to not match is that a payment was split between the resident ledger and the deposit ledger on the same check. Explain why they don't match in the space provided. Step 2. Was the deposit scanned to the bank on the same date it was entered in AIM? Use the submission date from the deposit confirmation and the period date from the bank deposit detail. Do not use the dates at the top or bottom of either document. These are the dates the document was generated. Common reasons for these not to match are depositing checks to the bank and waiting until morning to post to AIM or vice versa, or the wrong system date in AIM. Deduct 10 points if these dates do not match for whatever reason and explain why in the space provided. Step 3. All payments legible and scanned in the same order. This step is mostly for you as the auditor. There is nothing more frustrating than trying to audit a batch that is not scanned in the same order it was posted in AIM. Having to scroll back and forth through pages of checks and hunt down the one you are looking for makes the audit take much longer than it should. And if those check copies aren't legible, you can't audit what you can't read. If your site has a panini, they are capable of making photo quality copies. Instructions for doing so are located in the Audit Tracking Spreadsheets and Directions folder of box.com. If your site does not have a panini, you do have a scanner and can make better copies that way. Deduct 5 points if payments are not legible and another 5 points if checks are not scanned in the order posted. Step 4. All payments are posted to the unit listed. This is one of the most important steps on the batch audit. The only way to know if a payment was posted to the right unit is if the unit is listed on the check or money order. If the payment is not posted to the unit number listed, research to make sure that it was corrected. Deduct 5 points if any payment is posted to a unit different than the one listed. Deduct 1 point for every payment that has no unit listed. Step 5. All payments posted in AIM to the resident listed. The other step of most importance, the name on the payments matches the name on the account it was posted to. If the name does not match, why? Research all payments not posted in AIM to the resident listed. Is the payment from a roommate? Are we missing demographics? Was the payment posted to the wrong account? Make sure to check traffic and all residents for names listed on the payment. Remember, this is the step you will catch conversion. Trust but verify. If you suspect conversion, reach out to your VP or the auditing team and let us help. Deduct 1 point for every payment not posted to the resident listed on the payment if the resident's name is not legible or if the name is not listed. Step 6. All payments are posted in AIM for the amount stated. Verify that the amounts on the payment, numerical and written, match the amount posted in AIM. If it doesn't, was it corrected on a correction batch? Deduct 5 points if any of the payments are not posted for the correct amount. Deduct 1 point for each payment that is not legible. Step 7. All checks and money orders have the correct and entire check number posted in AIM. It is very important that the whole check number is listed in case we need to research a payment. Dashes are not important, but make sure all letters and numbers are included, even leading and following zeros. Deduct 1 point for every payment that is not posted with the entire check number. Step 8. All payments are posted within 1 business day, excluding weekends and holidays. Check the date on the payment against the date posted in AIM. All payments should be posted within 1 business day of receiving it. If property is using a received on date stamp, do not use this date for an audit. A date stamp is easily manipulated, so we will not accept that as the date received. Is the property holding the AIM date to avoid charging fees? Deduct 1 point for every payment not posted within 1 business day if you cannot read the date or the payment is not dated at all. Step 9. Payments posted to AIM as the correct payment type. Making sure that payments are posted as the correct type is also very important. Properties may use the deposit paid in or payment on behalf of, but otherwise a money order needs to be posted as a money order, a check posted as a check, etc. Deduct 1 point for every payment not posted to AIM as the correct type. Step 10. All payments are filled out in their entirety and signed. A payment should never be accepted without it being filled out completely and signed by the resident. Staff should not be filling out payments for residents. Deduct 1 point for every payment missing the pay to the order of or signature. Finishing up. If you are using the PDF version of the audit form, you will need to add up your points and calculate the percentage scored on the audit. Be sure to put your score in the top right corner. Always sign and date your audits. If you are using the Excel version of the audit form, you need to have an electronic signature to use. If you do not have one, please let us know and we can get you one. This signature is you acknowledging the accuracy of your audit and its importance. Uploading your audits to Box.com. Each RPM has their own audits for review folder on Box.com. Inside these folders is a subfolder for batch audits for review. When your audits are complete, they will need to be uploaded to this folder to be marked off by the auditing team. Only the audit is needed, not the batch itself, as those should already be in the property folder, having been uploaded by the sites. When we have marked them off, they will then be moved to the property folder, so don't be alarmed if your audits disappear after being uploaded. We aim to have all audits marked off within 48 hours of being uploaded so that our batch tracking spreadsheet is always up to date and correct, but we do ask that up to 72 hours be allowed during busier times of the month, such as audit due dates, before inquiring about the audits not marked off. If you have questions about these folders or do not have access to them, please reach out so that this can be corrected. If you have any questions regarding batch audits or Box.com, please email us. Please also remember that we are always available to help. If you think you've found conversion or are suspicious of something, let us be an extra set of eyes. We look at these audits all day and can often see things that most people miss.